How are you?
So my name is Imam, the local Imam of the Masjid here. I just met Brother Jabal last Friday, and he said that you read about Islam.
Yeah.
And you got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's... But the problem that we had in chapter 4, verse 24, where it's talking about what your right hand possesses, I said that in Islam, you don't necessarily need to be married to somebody to have sexual intercourse with them. And on 2 occasions, Muhammad had sex with 2 concubines, Sophia and Mary the Copt, who one of them was a gift from an Egyptian.
No, he wasn't. He married Sophia. Or you mean Hafsa?
Yes.
Hafsa or Sophia?
Yeah.
Yes, Sophia.
Sophia.
He married Sophia and he possessed Maria Qibtiyya.
But Sophia was a concubine first.
Yes.
He went to a war and took her back, and after he married her.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yes. So I was saying to Jabal that is wrong, because they said that you can do it as long as you go to war, and the reason that is explained by Muslims is that, well, when you go and you take over a city or something, they have got to have a place to stay. Pardon?
What do you mean by have a place to stay? Sorry.
Well, I mean, for example, if you go into a city and you kill all the men there, you then take their women and their children.
The meaning of Sabaya.
Yeah.
And then you are permitted by God to have sex with them.
Is this what you understand about captives and?
That is what the verse says. Yes.
Where is it? Where
Chapter 4, verse 24. Surrender.
Can you please?
Yeah.
So here the ayah says. So it was talking about the forbidden women to marry. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the hadith, that's the story behind it, is that basically the men of the companions asked Muhammad, "We feel bad about having sex with these women because they have partners at home. They are still married, so the marriage is still ongoing within the people." And they said, "We feel bad about this. What should we do?" And then this verse was revealed, saying that no, don't feel bad. You can have sex with them even though they're still married.
Right. So the ayah says, "Well, muhsanat min nisa." If women are married,
Yeah.
you are not allowed to marry them.
You're not allowed to marry them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But with your right hand, which means having them as a concubine for sex, you can have sex with them there. That's what the ayah said.
Okay, yeah. So now we need to understand the whole context.
Yeah, this is the context.
Yeah. I'm telling you. So now let's see how the system was going in the whole world at that time. How was it? So did Islam invent something new? And they said this is captivity and this is what people possess with their hand and so on. Or was this something already there in the world?
I'm not justifying that something's not there in the world. What I'm saying is that if this is God, and God is saying something that is man-made is okay, that would not technically be God, because...
What do you mean?
So, for example, sexual slavery is something that we would deem immoral now. So have we then progressed past the point of the Quran?
It's not what you call it sexual slavery in Islam. It's not all about sex.
But that's what the ayah is saying, because the...
Yeah, so the ayah speaks about marriage.
Yes.
Okay. So the ayah says that you are not allowed to marry 1, 2, 3 your mothers, your sisters, your daughters, blah blah blah.
Yes.
The ones that you are, that they are already married, and because of the context, is speaking about including a list of whom you can marry and whom you cannot marry and whom you can have relationship, whom you can't have relationship. So by necessary, it spoke about what? book about milk al-yamin, with what you possess with your hand. It's not saying, okay, you can just go and have sex.
No, because this is why so Ibn Kathir, and all of them say this, but Ibn Kathir here, I've taken this from the context of Ibn Kathir, I can show you it as well, but it says that this is a hadith, we captured from the captives of Autas, and they had husbands. We disliked having intercourse with them while they had husbands, so we asked the Prophet, may God's presence be upon him, and this was revealed. And also, so the people actually were feeling awful about this, even they were more humane than the God of the Quran here, because they felt bad.
Yeah. And by the way, the captives of Autas is the ones that the Prophet ﷺ, he freed, actually. He didn't take them as captives.
Who?
The Prophet.
Can you show me a reference?
Yeah.
Look, so there's multiple hadiths here saying that these women had husbands of Autas, these women had husbands among the polytheists. Some of the companions of the Messenger of Allah refrained from having relations with them, and also seeing it was sinful. Then this was revealed concerning this. So actually this was actually not true, that this was there and already there. They actually refrained from doing it, and the verse was revealed saying that they can do it. So I would say that this is problematic.
Yeah, I understand, yeah. Right, so the system, how it was there at that time, so those people, they marched out in the army with their children and with their wives.
If I was calling it an expedition here, so expeditions would be that you actually go to their house, their area.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, when they went out to fight the men, because the men were the ones who were expected to fight. Those people, they went out with their wives as well.
The wives fought?
Yes. So the wives were participating in the battlefield, and that's why they were taken as captives.
But this isn't the only case of this, because I can show you sort of multiple occasions.
Yes. So this is how it works. Islam doesn't say you can just go and kill all men. People are not fighters. You just kill them and take their women, take their children. No, it doesn't work like this. Only the ones who participate in the battlefield and in war, then yes, you can fight against the men. If any one of them falls as captive, you take them. If women there, because women at that time they will be fighting.
But here it says that the women had men at home, so the men couldn't have fought because the men are still there and they're alive. So the women still have polytheistic men at home, so they couldn't have been fighting because they would have been killed.
Let's say that again, sorry.
So the men here, this is saying that the men are still alive.
Yes. Yeah.
So the men are at home.
It doesn't mean the man has to be killed in order to take his woman as a captive. So the system, the war system, how it works today. The war system, if man and his wife were in the battlefield, and both of them were captured. Okay, so both of them are captives now. So they will be separated. Okay, and both of them will be captives. And now, so there are different.
Can you show me the reference of that? Because this isn't saying that.
So I'm talking about the system in general.
Yeah, I mean, so you can say
this one is not an exception.
But you can say that about anything. So you could be saying a claim that is not true. Well, I'm showing the reference.
So what does the reference say different from what I say?
So
it says we captured
women from the captives of Autas. Yes,
okay. And
they had husbands. We disliked having intercourse with them while they had husbands. So their husbands are still alive.
Yes, the husbands are still alive.
Yeah. So but also this wouldn't be consensual sex, because if the husbands are still alive, if you capture somebody's woman and you take them back to your house, that wouldn't be consensual. So this verse is actually allowing the rape of women.
So. And they had husbands. Where does it say in houses? So Muslims they took the woman and left.
So basically what would happen is the Muslims would go into sort of certain cities, because Muhammad, he made between 75 to 83 raids when he was alive, just when he was alive, in the 20 years of prophethood. And he's gone into people's areas and taken and killed all the men, and then he's taken their women and taken them as captives. And this has happened on multiple occasions. This is one occasion. But I can show you other explanations where sort of the Prophet's companions are asking him, can we have sex with these women? We've captured these women. Can we have sex with them, or can we ejaculate inside of them, or do we have to pull out al-azr? So sort of questions like these make me wonder, is this prophet really a prophet, because all his ideas sort of seem to be man-made?
So if it's man-made, why is it in the Quran then?
I'm claiming that the Quran is not divinely made.
So this is because you look into it from just your own perspective.
But I can't justify it.
If we were 100 years ago, because slavery was already there.
But what I'm saying is morality objective or subjective? It has to be objective with the God.
So okay.
Like if the Quran says,
I'll put your question now.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to at the moment? What happens to a lady that fights in a war and then they go? What will happen?
We would probably go to jail in this country.
And then what will happen in jail? She will be separated from husband. She will be separated from the children.
But she'll be a female only.
She's a female. She will be raped and all this.
No. Why would she be raped?
This will happen. Because this is a war.
But even if that did happen, that wouldn't justify it.
Yes, a war captive.
Why would that justify it?
Islam doesn't do this.
It does.
Islam doesn't do this. Islam says just one man will take one woman as a captive. Yes.
So how did Muhammad take two?
No, I mean one woman will be possessed by how many men? Only one.
One woman will be possessed by one man, but that man can possess another man.
The man can have
100,000.
Yes, no problem. But the woman will be, each single woman will be possessed by one man. So
but that's still not right.
Why?
Because you're accepting
those people. In the Muslim army, they were the ones who were fighting, and they are the one who won the fight and got those women.
Yes, but this doesn't justify raping somebody.
And this woman were actually attacking or fighting against Muslims.
Okay.
And
can I just conclude that? So you're saying that in Islam, morality-wise, if I, for example, am a Muslim and you are a non-Muslim, if I come to your country and kill you, or even don't kill you, just leave you, but I take your woman, it would be okay for me to rape her.
So it's not invasion. I don't go to the houses. People are sitting.
I mean country then. Country then. If, for example, the.
No, it doesn't work like this in Islam. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't say people went there and people are sitting in their houses and the Muslim took them. Where is it? Nothing says it.
But
all what they say that their husbands were still alive.
Yes, after a war.
Yes, after the war. So both now we understand now that the husband and the wife are both alive. It doesn't say that the husband and the wife didn't participate in the war.
But why would a wife participate in a war?
This is what it says. Actually,
no.
So this is the explanation.
But did Sophia participate in a war? Because she was the most beautiful woman.
Yes.
Can you show me that reference?
She did.
I need to see that reference.
She was with her father. And her father was the leader of the other army.
Okay. Then did Maria participate in a war?
Maria was gifted.
Exactly.
Maria was gifted to the Prophet from a king.
Okay, so this is a different. So, for example, your case was that the woman had to be fighting, but now if there's a woman who's gifted, it's okay to rape her. Is that what you're saying?
First of all, it's not rape.
So what's the consent aspect in Islam? How would you give consent?
This is first. Second, if a man possesses a woman, okay. So So he has more than one option. The first option is to free her.
But what is the consent? So, for example, in Islam, what is your consent? Like, how would you initiate consent? Like, how would these people be saying yes? Like, for example, if a Muslim man was on top of the woman, would she have to say yes, I consent to you having sex with me, or
because this was the system at that time in the whole world. This was the system.
What this is doing is disproving Islam, because Islam is meant to be for all time, not just that time.
Yes.
Yes. So you're saying that this is okay for all time, but also I want to show you one thing. That is, this is from Al-Bukhari. A virgin should not be married till she is asked for consent, and the matron should not be married till she is asked whether they agree to marry or not. It was asked of Allah's apostle, how will she, the virgin, express her consent? He said, by keeping silent. So, is keeping silent consent? No. So all you're saying is that these captives would have had to just shut up, and then you would have to have sex with her.
No. This one doesn't speak about captives. This one speaks about
No, this is worse, because this is saying virgins, which is actually initiating young women.
It speaks about virgins.
Yes.
Free women, not captives.
But these aren't free women.
Second one. This was the custom at that time. He's speaking about the custom that the virgins were very shy to even speak and say, yes, I want this, I want this.
But what you're not getting is that this is for all of mankind.
Huh?
So this is meant to be for all of mankind. This is the example of consent for all of mankind. So nowadays, consent in the United Kingdom wouldn't be allowed by keeping silent.
No, the Prophet did say that. So focus on the first part. He said that you have...
A virgin should not be married till she's asked for consent. Yes. Okay. Wait, hang on. What is consent? That's what the
yes. What is consent?
What is consent?
In the context at the time of the Prophet.
No. Where does it say that?
Because they asked. Actually.
Yeah, exactly. But the companion questions are for all of mankind. This is the example of all mankind.
No.
What do you mean? Then you just
because the companions didn't know the future. Didn't know the unseen.
Muhammad knew the future because Muhammad's getting revelation. Isn't Muhammad everything that he says from Allah?
But he didn't know
exactly.
The future.
Yeah, but
he didn't know the unseen.
No, because by keeping silent, Allah knows the unseen. So by him saying yes by keeping silence, that's why you replied.
No, Allah is not revealing to him things that's going to happen in the future. Yeah, He's not revealing to him now by silent and 1,000 years by writing or something. So this is something that should be back.
So was it okay then? So was it okay then to do that?
This
so
one.
I'm asking
This was the habit, the custom.
No, is it okay for Muhammad to do that then to Aisha? Would that be okay?
To do what?
So, for example, Aisha's a virgin, yes?
Yes.
She's 6 years old when she's married, and still prepubescent when she's 9, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Then, all that Muhammad has to do is get on top of Aisha when she's 9 and prepubescent, and have sex with her.
She was 9 what?
And prepubescent.
And what does it mean?
That means that she has not menstruated and she has not developed signs of being an adult.
Where is this said?
When is this said?
Yes.
What part? All of it?
No, that she didn't have her menstruation.
Okay.
But now you're taking us from one part to another. We're just trying to discuss, focus on one thing.
Yeah, but this is Muhammad's character. I'm trying to discuss with you Muhammad's character. So I used to play with dolls in the presence of the Prophet, and my girls used to play with me. First of all, the first point is that she's playing with dolls. This is shirk if you're above the age of puberty, as said here. The playing with dolls at similar ages is forbidden, but it was allowed for her at that time as she was a little girl not yet reached puberty.
So this is just from the
I know.
It's not mentioned in there.
I can show you where it's because you know when the youngest girl comes.
If we have now we have girls in their 20s and they're playing with dolls.
This is not true. No, this is not the point. The point isn't the dolls. The point is what dolls means in Islam. Because Islam, playing with dolls is haram because it is counted as shirk for people above the age of puberty.
No.
Yes.
No.
Says that you can't have images within the household.
Okay.
That one, you know the one, and a dog. So a doll is an image, but because she's before the age of puberty, she's allowed to do that because she's playing with dolls in front of the Prophet.
So those are allowed.
But
without age restriction, so long we don't glorify them. Say for example, if I play with a doll, I just throw it on the floor. But sometimes we step into it.
But is she saying that because she's saying that she's having play dates with dolls, and also that her mother would fatten her up with cucumber?
say?
So, Aisha's mother, there's multiple of these as well, my mother used to try fatten me up when she wanted to send me to the Messenger of Allah. This is before the consummation, when she got married, but nothing worked until I ate cucumber and dates. Now, I don't know if you want to imagine somebody, a woman, a girl, who is able to be fattened up by cucumbers and dates, but she must be of very small nature. And also, it doesn't say that she hit puberty.
So you are talking about people's physical nature.
But also, this is in the Quran.
Yes, 1400 years ago. So
no, because this is not true.
Do you know that Aisha actually was engaged before the Prophet? She was engaged
yes, but
to someone else. Yeah. Which means this was something in the custom of the society. He didn't invent anything.
But you can have sex with girls who are prepubescent in Islam who have already had sex anyway.
Again, you are confirming something that's not true.
Yes, all of the tafsir say the exact same thing.
Yeah, so different tafsirs, they say
which tafsir?
Different opinions.
Which one?
But one of these things, someone who might not have menstruation because of any physical problem.
It doesn't say that.
So
it doesn't say that. And the way that it's interpreted.
Does it say children under the age of puberty?
No, but that's the way that it's interpreted by almost every scholar. If you told me any official scholar that you would accept, they would all say that is why. Ibn Kathir, Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, any of them will say the exact same thing.
I see what...
but you have to agree with that, which means that you can have sex with prepubescent girls anyway, so it wouldn't be a problem in Islam for him to do that anyway.
So the ayah says, so those who didn't have menstruation. Okay?
Yes.
So does this mean they are under the age of menstruation?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
But which tafsir are you going off by that? Because and also Muhammad did it.
Where is the evidence that?
I just showed you because Aisha's 9 years old.
You only read some hadith that says she was only playing with dogs.
With her friends. With her friends, and her friends all got scared of him. So what age have you seen that girls are like 15, 14, whatever?
No, not scared. No, so there is a difference between getting scared and being shy.
Okay.
So actually the hadith. There's another hadith that the Prophet ﷺ himself, he used to be shy, even more than a virgin in her screen, behind her screen. So this means that this was the nature of that time. The virgin used to be very shy.
But so what? For example, now, who is playing with each other in a play date? That you won't see any girls who are above the age of puberty doing that in a play date in a room with dolls. It doesn't happen.
So now they do?
No.
Yes.
I disagree.
But now they come together and play PlayStation and what they are.
No, PlayStation, yeah.
But they didn't have PlayStation at that time.
But they wouldn't play with dolls, would they?
They only had dolls to play with.
But you would go and play outside, like for example, Aisha was taken off a swing.
And they were young in age. Mine is still young, but it doesn't mean that she was a full woman.
Okay, but how can you explain then that she was being plumped up by her mother before the age of consummation? Because that is the only thing that matters in the Sharia. Because you can't show me in the Quran where it says that girls, there's not one verse that says that girls have to be past the age of puberty to have sex with them. And there is one in chapter 65 verse 4 which says that can be done.
Actually, we have a condition in nikah, in marriage, that the girl has to be able to bear the sexual intercourse.
Exactly, but that's not menstruation. That is what is happening here, which is being a size. That is what's in the Sharia.
Imagine that we have boys that now they even hit the age of 15 plus, and they haven't got puberty yet.
But so what? So they don't have sex anyway. That's old.
We might have girls that will hit actually old age and they still not menstruating. Does this mean that they shouldn't have marriage?
But we don't have that
yes,
here.
Why are we linking menstruation to marriage?
I'm not. You are. I'm not. I'm saying that there's an age for marriage in this country, and I stick by that because we've evolved from this morality. But the problem with this...
No, I didn't think it. Why am I linking it?
You're saying that
No,
the age of menstruation, but otherwise she's just a 9-year-old.
No. You are the one who confirmed that she was under menstruation. I said, where is this proof?
I showed you the proof. She's playing with dolls. You're not allowed to play with dolls in Islam, whether you like that or not. You're not. It's shirk.
No, it's not shirk. If you play with a doll and then you just disrespect it and throw it on the floor and stuff, this is fine. Nothing in Islam says having a doll or having a toy is shirk.
That's what I understood from that hadith where Muhammad is visited by Jibreel and he said that you can't play with images or you can't have images within the household because the doll have a face, which is an image.
No, he didn't say you can't play. There was curtains on the...
With images.
Yes, with images.
Yeah,
not playing.
But a doll has an image of a face.
Yeah, anyone can play with a doll. So because...
So do you have a hadith to back that?
A curtain is put there, is respected. It's on the...
It's not though, because it's the exact same thing as a doll.
Yeah, for you it's not. But for them, in a society that idol worshipping is everywhere. Yes, some people might...
But how would that would still be the same with a doll, because the dolls were also idols, like little dolls.
Yes. The difference is that a doll in hand with somebody slapping it, throwing it, forgetting it on the floor and people stepping on it.
But all of those things that you're describing are children behaviours. All of those things you're describing are children behaviours. And also in the Quran it doesn't say that you have to be above the age of menstruation, which is what all the tafsir 65 will say, that you don't have to be.
So yes, so this is what I'm trying to say to you. When the ayah says, and those who didn't have menstruation, it doesn't mean that they are young. Yeah, under the age of...
It does though, because I can show you all the tafsirs backing my point and not yours. If you can show me one tafsir of anyone who's a respected scholar saying what you say, I will accept it, but I don't see that. All of these are saying...
So accept the tafsir as... so when you come to something that you take just tafsirs for your favor...
No, because I wouldn't... I
would like this.
No, because I can...
and again, tafsir is just a human work. So...
look. Yeah, exactly. But
when you come to Imam Ibn Kathir and other old tafsirs, this might be the habit at that time. But we should understand Islam in the more wider.
So are you saying that? But are you saying then that Muhammad marrying Aisha at 6 years old now is considered wrong? Is that what you're saying?
By law, yes, it's wrong. Yeah.
But
because they didn't have this. They didn't have the.
Okay,
they didn't have this age.
Yeah, but what you just said is something. What you said is going against the fall of Islam. Yeah. Because what you just said is something that goes against the fall of Islam. Because what goes against Islam, this is for Islam, and you've just gone against it. Because Muhammad is said in the Quran as the best example of mankind.
True.
So if we're going by the best example of mankind, you have to say that his example is not set subjectively in the past, it has to be objectively in the future.
When things come to people's habit,
yes,
we say the Prophet, they had time and we have time. The Prophet used to put his hair into two sides.
Yes.
Do we say, okay, we are Sunnah, we have to follow the Prophet's example and grow our hair and be
yes, of course they do that. Of course they do that.
So they don't understand.
No, because it's Sunnah. This is the Sunnah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, so of course they do that. Everyone does the Sunnah. Everyone grows their hair out as a Muslim. Why do you have a beard?
No, there is difference.
No, it's not different. All of it is Sunnah. Going in the toilet with your left leg first. All of it is a Sunnah. Because you just do it.
When I say peace be upon you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't say peace be upon you.
Why?
What do you mean why? Because Muhammad, he says, you cannot say Salaam alaikum to the Christian or the Jews and you have to push them to the side of the road.
He said the warriors. He said the warriors.
No.
So again, put it in the context.
No, because you can't have contact with Muhammad because... No, you can't. Because this is an example all the time. Where does he say, you can say Salaam alaikum to the Jews and the Christians? He doesn't.
So at the time, there were wars.
No, this is the people who live amongst them, who are Christians and Jews. So don't say Assalamu alaikum to the Christians and the Jews and push them to the side of the road, which is the sewage. So you push the Jews and the Christians to the sewage.
Who could do that? The sewage wasn't.
Well, what else is there? Where did they do it at that time? Now you're going away from that at that time.
No. So who told you that the sewage was on the side of the road? So now
it's just common knowledge.
No, it's just...
Well, what do you think is on the side of the road? In Britain it used to happen as well. You used to put all the sewage down the side of the road. That's exactly what it is. It's the narrowest part of the road.
But again, the context of the hadith, that those people were warriors. That's why they said, Yes.
So why? So can you say assalamu alaikum to me?
Yes, why not?
So because
peace upon you, why
no,
not?
can you say assalamu alaikum?
What this is what does this is what
you see?
I said yes, you can say assalamu alaikum. Why not?
No, say it to me.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
This is haram.
No, it's not
But
haram.
do you see? Yes, because do you see how you just like
so
stop saying it?
is there any fight between me and you? So we have international covenants and international treaties that say you can't attack me and I can't attack you. So we are in peace.
Yeah, of course we are.
So this is what salam is.
No, because he specifically says you can't do that.
No. He said that because at that time there was no peace treaties. There were ongoing.
So can you show me then where he cancels that, or the Quran cancels that?
Cancels what?
That you can't say it.
So even in the Quran, somebody greets you, you have to greet them in a better way.
And what's that referring to though?
But putting everything in its context is so important. So
I know.
when you speak about Aisha, so look at the other girls that were at that time, were they married at that age or not? The Prophet wasn't the first one to propose to her. She was already engaged before. This means that this was the habit of that.
But you have to say that is now.
I'll tell you something. No.
Yes, because he is the example, so that gives you the
Even
Sharia for man.
Even,
So why in Sharia countries can you have sexual marriage?
Even in Muslim countries, they don't allow minors.
Which country?
All countries.
Like which one?
Egypt or Morocco or Gulf countries or Saudi. No,
So what about the other ones? What about like Afghanistan or Iraq or anywhere like Iran or Pakistan? Why do they all accept?
I don't know about them.
Yeah, because
So,
Saudi Arabia and
again,
countries like that are
say for example, if ISIS they got women and captives and so, does this mean they are representing the right Islam? They don't represent the right Islam.
Well, if they're taking things from their context and they are using that in today's world,
it's same like any other.
So yeah, but for example, ISIS, they took captive women and they raped them. Would you say that is haram?
Of course.
But how can you say that when the verse I've just shown you in chapter 4 verse 24 is saying that it's not haram?
No, the definition is haram and it's completely wrong.
Yeah, it is completely wrong, but it's not haram. That's the difference.
What does wrong mean?
Wrong means
It's morally wrong about it.
Yeah, morally wrong.
We don't say this in Islam.
No, because
we don't say, oh, okay, this is wrong, but it's a halal. We don't have this now.
But you just have, because that is halal, what I've just shown you, because that's in the Quran. The Quran is for all time, and so is Muhammad's teaching, which means that it can't be haram if that's in the Quran. It can't be. It's impossible for that to be haram.
What is that?
The verse I showed you with the captive women, that has to be able to be applied today, because that is the law, that is the Sharia.
So again, yes, back to this one.
Yes.
So that to understand the full image, the Prophet did expedition, okay, and in the expedition, the enemy, they went out to fight against the Muslims with their women and with their children. So this means that the women, they were actually encouraging men and sometimes maybe fighting and participating in the battle. This means that they wanted to kill Muslims. So what do you expect? If
somebody wants to kill you, are you allowed to rape them? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not gonna take you and
exactly. So you have that immorality.
No, it doesn't mean it doesn't work like this. No. So after the battle is over.
Yes.
Okay, and we see who won, who deserves shares of the booties and all this. So we say, okay, this woman goes to that man. This woman will go to that man. So these are booties of war.
But yes, but this is for any war. This is not for a specific war. This is for all war, because the Quran is for all mankind. So if, for example, you're a Muslim, for example, now in the United Kingdom, if Muslims were to take over the United Kingdom and kill the native Brits, you would be able to accept our.
Nothing of this need to happen.
But it could.
No.
Yeah, of course it could. Because that's what the Quran says. But you're going against the Quran now.
I'll show you something. So it's not. You are just focusing on one option and just zooming into it. Where's the Quran? This one. Yeah. While actually there are many other options. So what are the surahs?
You can search the number.
Yes. So this one, yeah. So this surah is its name is Muhammad, and it has another name which is al-qital, fighting. Okay. So what does it say here? Can you read the English
So
one?
when you meet them, you should strike their necks
So
until
when you meet them,
subdued them. Yeah. Yeah.
Then
Then bind them fairly later, free them either as an act of grace or by ransom until the war comes to an end.
exactly. So this is how it works. It's not just one option. So those captives, they were not just a sexual commodity.
Okay, but did
Mm.
did Muhammad free Maria?
Yes.
Maria?
Yes,
When?
he freed her later. And
No. When?
some
You sure?
narration said that he married her.
No, this is some narrations and plus.
Yes.
It doesn't.
And
Can you show me?
and I'll tell you something. He doesn't have to marry to free her because she's under his position. So
this is my point. This is immoral to have possession of women.
So why do you want to force somebody to free someone? Yes, we say freeing the slaves is moral and encouraged in Islam. You know in Islam if you take an oath, if you say, by God, I'm going tomorrow to so and so, and you don't go.
So why didn't Muhammad free Bilal?
He didn't. So Abu Bakr freed
After he died.
Yes, this is the thing.
Yeah.
So this is the thing.
Yeah.
So not after he died.
Yes.
So in the Prophet's life,
No. Bilal came back to Abu Bakr after he died, and he said, "If you bought me for the sake of Allah, keep me. And if you bought me for the sake of yourself, then keep me. And if you bought me for the sake of Allah, then free me.
Keep me where?
Keep me with you." So he's not free.
No. Keep me with you to work in Medina to be in Medina. But he migrated. He went.
Yeah. So how can somebody be a slave and not be a slave and ask for permission to leave? You can just leave if you're not a slave.
So that's why. What did he do?
He freed him.
Yes,
because he was.
No, it's not like this.
Yeah. But the Quran says that if you leave your master, this is like one of the worst sins in Islam.
It's not the Quran, it's in the hadith.
Yes.
It's in the hadith. Yes.
Yeah. Then
So if you have at that time, if someone is in a position, someone
no, it can't be at that time. I really disagree with. If you were like doubling down and saying yes, we can do this, I'd be like fair enough. But these things that you're saying don't go with Islam because he has to be a moral, like character for all of mankind. That's the problem which I find. So a lot of what you're saying, I would agree with like a progressive Islam, which is like, okay, yeah, we get the Quran and it was for that time, we can ignore it. But that's not what Islam is.
No, it's not like this. So within
yeah.
From the time of the revelation, but they understand it in the right way.
Okay. But then, like, how can you explain things like this?
Like what?
And like, they can't even defend the Islamic dilemma.
What did they say again, sorry?
They can't even defend the Islamic dilemma, which is...
No, we don't have any dilemma in Islam.
Yeah, you do, because what the Quran says that if Muhammad is in any doubt, you ask the people of the scriptures. And if the scriptures are corrupt, then why would Muhammad ask them? And then also it says, Musaddiqin lima bayna yadayhi, confirming or believing what is between the hands, or Musaddiqin lima ma'ahum, which is with him. Talking about the scriptures. So these scriptures are with Muhammad.
In Arabic language, there is a difference between in and either. Both of them are for condition.
But what about ma'ahum? So
yes, I'm talking about the ayah that you mentioned. If you were in doubt,
yes.
ask
ask the people of the scriptures.
So the Arabic text says the in kunta.
So what does that mean?
So there's a difference between in and the either. The Quran used in. In is for a condition for something that didn't happen, while either is for something.
Are you making the claim that Muhammad never doubted the revelation?
Yes, of course.
What if I could show you that he did doubt the revelation?
Show me.
Well, what would happen then if he did? Hypothetically.
It didn't.
But if it did, what would you do?
No, because I believe that he's sent by God. So
that's fine. But if,
why this happens?
That's fine. But if he did genuinely do that, okay. So this is the first time that Muhammad got his revelation. This is from Bukhari 6982, and the commandment of divine inspiration came to Allah's messenger was in the form of good righteous dreams in his sleep. He never had a dream, but it came true like the bright daylight. He used to go in seclusion in the cage of Hijra. He used to worship Allah alone continuously for many days. You've heard this one. But he used to take with him food and then he used to come back home to stay in the cage of Hijra. The angel came to him and asked him to read. The Prophet replied, I do not know how to read. The Prophet replied, the angel caught me forcefully and pressed me so hard that I could not bear it anymore. He then released me and again asked me to read. And I replied, I do not know how to read. Whereupon he caught me and pressed me a second time until I could not bear it anymore. Bear in mind, this is like he is being strangled by apparently an angel. He released me, I do not know how to read. He caught me for a third time and did the same thing. Man was created from a clot, which isn't true anyways. A clot of blood is not how we're created. That's factually incorrect.
No, so this is one of the processes of the baby, yes? So
it's not.
Why?
Because when does the baby turn into a clot of blood?
Yes, this is at the very beginning.
No.
Do you know that one
turns into a blood?
One of the very
this is
very professional consultants, doctors in America. He accepted Islam because of
no, this is not true. Semen does not turn into blood.
Yes, semen by itself. Yes, by itself. But when it comes with the materials in the womb, it turns in the. If you ask anyone in the, what?
No, it just doesn't. It never does. It's not true. A clot of blood.
The semen doesn't turn into blood by itself.
With an embryo.
So it's now when it goes into the embryo, you're not only talking about semen.
Yes.
So the semen went into the womb and matched the egg and started to develop things.
You're saying that a semen and an egg together creates a clot of blood. It's just not true.
It's not directly. So
that's what this says.
No. So read the other.
Wait, and can I just finish this because this is what I'm saying. First of all, then he returned with the inspiration. His neck muscles were twitching with terror. He entered upon Khadijah and said, covered me. They covered him till his fear was over. Then he said, oh Khadijah, what is wrong with me? So Muhammad doesn't believe the revelation, the first one anyways. He doesn't believe it. And he's so scared that he comes home running. Then he told her everything that happened. I fear that something may happen to me. He thinks that this is like a jinn. Never, but have glad tidings. Allah will never disgrace you and keep good relations with you.
So now we are talking about the very first time.
Okay, but wait, hang on, this isn't the last part. Because then it goes on, then he goes and gets this Christian guy who comes and tells him that no, it's from Allah. But the very last part, which I think is very weird, is that, but after a few days, and the Prophet became so sad that he intended several times to throw himself from the top of high mountains. So Muhammad is trying to kill himself because of this revelation.
So first of all, this one is not from the hadith. This is an addition from one of the narrators. His name is Az-Zuhri.
Mm-hmm.
If you search about it, so this is an addition from Az-Zuhri. And second, he never did. What stopped him from doing this? If someone thinks about something. Because now we are talking about he first received his very first revelation in his life, and the revelation stopped for several days.
Why? Who was Waqara? Who was Waqara?
Who's what?
Waqara.
What do you mean Waqara?
The guy who after he died, the revelation stopped. The revelation stopped after
what's wrong with Waraq?
He's the person who they claim wrote the Quran. And after this guy died, the revelation stopped, and he tried to kill himself. There's a correlation there that I see.
Yes. Where is this narration? Even Waraq said to him, this is the Namuz, this is the revelation that came to all other prophets before you. And if I were alive, I would be the first one to support you. What is this? He wrote the Quran and all this. The Quran itself says that this is a revelation from Allah through Jibreel.
Well, like all I can say is that all I can say is that
I never saw this. Did Waraqah teach the Prophet? No, he didn't.
But that's the claim. That's what people claim, because obviously it's not going to be within the sources.
So this is the reality. So, and this is another claim.
Yes.
So this is another claim. So you better to hear from people than hearing about them.
But then why would he try and kill himself? I don't understand that.
So he didn't kill himself. So first of all, this is that. So as we said, this is an addition from Az-Zuhri, and this is the Prophet never said that about himself. So the narrator himself saying that he wanted to he go up and tried several times to throw himself from the. Did he do? He didn't do. He was going up and looking for the angel that spoke to him many days ago.
No, but this isn't an addition though. This is the same hadith.
Do you have Arabic in this one?
This one.
No, Arabic keyboard. Don't say you don't have it.
I can't type Arabic on this. I'm not an Arab.
You don't need to be Arab to.
No, you can't do it with this because. No, I've got.
Yeah. So I'll
do it. I can do it on my phone. I'll do it.
that you
Not ChatGPT. I'm not using ChatGPT.
the first one, the second one was ChatGPT. So
No, this one, that was in here.
no, I'm talking about the semen, when the semen doesn't turn into blood.
Yeah, that's here. That's in
Yeah.
That's not ChatGPT. That's just good. Oh, you mean when I searched it?
Yeah. So no. So do you have translator or something? Or shall I?
No, you translate. Who knows anyone as well?
So Google Translator.
Anyway, my point was that this is.
Yeah.
This is undoubted.
No, he's not. Well, first of all, this addition in the hadith is
No, I'm not talking about that part anyway. I'm talking about the first part where he says that he's so scared that he doesn't know what's going on, and then he has to be convinced by somebody else. So he didn't even believe it. He's being convinced by the oracle.
Yeah, first, so we say that the mission of the Prophet went through different.
So he did that.
So at this time, he became a prophet, and by the second revelation he became a messenger. And then 3 years he kept the da'wah or the call to Islam secret. So all these are different stages. So someone who was just be living a normal life, someone going in the cave for 1 year, for one month, isolated from everyone, and all of a sudden he sees an angel or a massive creation on the horizon and coming to him, what do you expect? So that's why we say Prophet Muhammad is a human first and
but if something was to come and give you an information from God, I think that you would know.
Did he say to him, no, I reject your revelation? He said, I can't read. He was illiterate. He can't read out.
Exactly, but the point is that also, wouldn't God have known that he couldn't read?
Yes.
Yeah, so what's the point? To make him terrified.
So it's not about. So the revelation, the way how the revelation is sent to the Prophet takes different ways. One of the ways that he would come to him and speak to him directly. A second way is that he just might have a dream, and this would be revelation. Other time he might come to him in the form of a human. Okay. A third one, which was one of the hardest ways of the Prophet ﷺ, that he would hear like yes, raining and like the heavy metal chains. Yes, so and this was very hard for the Prophet ﷺ. Even at the time, the Sahaba, the companions used to say, we were sitting with the Prophet ﷺ and he started to sweat badly, and then he was relieved. We knew that he was getting that revelation.
But what did he do when he did that? Because he did actually do what the verse said, which is he went to a Christian man who told him.
He told him what?
What
was from the people of the book, and he was a worshipper. And
he was
from the people of the book.
Yeah.
Okay. And when he explained to him this, the Prophet didn't have experience about all this.
Yeah.
So he explained to him, yes, this is the revelation. And if I will be alive at that time, when your people will kick you out and fight against you, I will be the first one to support you.
But that means that he did actually doubt and then have to go to somebody from the book to find out
what
was true.
It's not doubt. It's just asking for clarification. Why
would you need clarification if you didn't doubt?
What's the best scenario you can get about this?
Well, for example, if God came to me, for example, I personally had a dream where I thought that it was God. I said, how do I know God? Tell me something I don't know. And then it went away because obviously it was my own brain. So my brain wouldn't know something it wouldn't know. So I'd expect to do something like that.
So this is just one scenario of many different scenarios.
No, because for example, it just is a doubt. It is. I'm sorry, because you wouldn't need clarification if you didn't doubt.
No. If you read this one, now regarding the narration of the Zohar.
Through the Sahih referring to the particular story. As for narrations that mention this, they were included with the hadith al-Hafiz, I quote them, which is al-Zuhri and the meaning of the statement, and that among what is reached us of the news of the Messenger of Allah, may God bless him and grant him peace. In the story it is formed the reports of al-Zuhri and is not connected.
Exactly.
End quote. So the ruling on this edition
this same story mentioned in the Bukhari.
Okay, so I reject the last part then. Forget the last part. I reject that part. But still, the first part is still doubted.
And this is just your own explanation that he doesn't it.
But what explanation will he give?
I'm telling you, he was just.
But you said that you need confirmation.
He was confused. What's happening to him?
Exactly. But why would you be confused if it was from God? God would show you in a way that is true, wouldn't he?
And this was the way how Jibreel came to all prophets. As Warqa said. So why Warqa himself said to him, okay, this is.
I don't know.
Yeah, because he, from the scenario that happened to the prophet, he understood.
But why would no Christian today then accept Muhammad as a prophet? Why would no Christian today accept him as a prophet? And why did none of the Christians at the time accept it?
You're asking the Christian, why are you asking me? So,
well, I mean, I would tell you that he just doesn't give up prophet vibes.
No, it's not like that. So, not everyone is interested in what you are saying, actually. So, people don't accept Islam for several reasons. Yeah?
No, I disagree. I think that people who accept Islam don't understand Islam. and they accept it from.
So you want to tell me that you accept Trinity and the idea that a God or a Son of God was crucified?
Well, what's wrong with the Trinity? Because you have your own Trinity in the Quran. Or the Quran is like the eternal word of God. Eternal, it doesn't have beginning or end because it's an attribute of God. God can't have attributes which are
Quran, we have a start and end of the Quran.
When's the beginning of it?
It starts with Al-Fatiha, chapter 1 and
no, because that tells you there. That tells you there that the first chapter of the Quran was chapter 96, which is the Surah of the Cloth.
Yes.
Which means that the Quran is only chapter because it's in the wrong order.
It doesn't need to be. We have two orders of the Quran: the order of revelation and the order that's coming now, which was made also by the Prophet. He said, "Put this surah before this surah, put this surah."
No, because Uthman made the order of the Quran.
No, not Uthman. First, we saw Uthman combine the Quran.
No, because
and there was another combination of the Quran before him at the time.
Ibn Masud.
Abu Bakr.
And no, because you don't have Abu Bakr's Quran. And Ibn Masud disagreed. The person who told all of the Muslims how to recite it. Muhammad commanded the Muslims learn off Ibn Masud. And Ibn Masud says there's only 111 chapters of the Quran.
He said what?
That there's only 111 chapters of the Quran.
So where is this? This is first. Second, it's not just one opinion of a companion, of one companion. It depends on what the whole companions agreed on.